This is Wes. Um, Gonna do this live. Been listening to some people off of my subscription this morning while I was trying to get ready to get a few things finished that I started on yesterday. Uh, and I still got to make a run to town. Apparently, I'm not smart enough to get everything at one time. But anyhow, I wish that I thought that the better part of the people I'm subscribed to were overreacting to what's going on. And I confess, I went back into because there's a couple things that were touched. I was like, wait a minute, I think I talked about this before. And for those of you who follow my channel, y'all know that my memory is not what it should be anymore. So, or what it used to be anyway. And anyway, there's some videos back there. Oh, we got people coming in. Hey, Carol, Tibor. Hey, Steve. Anyway, Steve's one of the guys who put out a horrifyingly accurate video earlier. Anyway, I didn't even know I had videos that were that old, honestly. I've been on YouTube a while. So, anyhow, that list we were talking about over on Steve's channel in the comment section, they've been checking those off for a while. And I didn't even realize what I was talking about when I was talking about it. And it's quite honestly, it's insane to think that a country, I mean, we've never been perfect, but a country as good as ours could actually wind up in the mess we're in right now. Texted Rob earlier and he just replied. I ought to get him in here. See if he's awake yet. Wasn't planning on this being a long one. Anyway, do I think that it is legally, politically, and socially possible to redirect our nation back to something resembling what it originally was? Yes. Do I think it is probable that this will be done? That if it was attempted, that it would be met with any modicum of success? It is not plausible. It is no longer plausible to believe that we can turn this mess around. I just recently watched that thing they put out about Waco, and the stuff that the kids said and the stuff that the other people said that made it look like the ATF were full of crap has all been removed from this. And the literal hardcore claim to fame nut jobs that made deals during their prosecution were there. There was no reason for it to go like that. And honestly, from a constitutionalist point of view, and don't get me wrong, the Koresh and them, they were way out there, but they also weren't wrong, and they also had the constitutional right to have everything they owned. The ATF is new. We don't need the ATF. It shouldn't exist. The end. But at what point, and this is algorithm, please listen to me. This is I am posing a question, a hypothetical. At what point does standing up go beyond voting or running for office or writing your congressman? At what point? We were talking about on your video, Steve. They've already crossed the line of just standing up. They're using science, where you have heat, fuel, and oxygen. They're using political science where you destroy your political opponent by any means necessary. I am not a Trumper. I voted for Trump. I wanted Trump in the second time, not because I thought he was the savior of the world, but because both people running against him were the end of our country. We barely survived Clinton the first time. Yeah, but that's a lot of the stuff. We would have to take control of all the things they have control of to do the same things they're doing. How do we get the press back? Fox is not our friend. let's try to think of the other. Yeah, I think they own both political parties, or at least they own enough of them to prevent anything. And I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's on your local level too. Um, we got stuff, and I know. And I'm not trying to start a discussion about how much cooler Texas is. Texas is what I know. We've got stuff going through the legislature here right now that is going to bankrupt almost every small city in this state. It is yet one more. They're raising the tax credits. So like, um, if you've got a small business and you've got $50,000 worth of stuff that you use to make money, and they're going to let you take off the first $25,000. Okay, so there's 200 there's a lot of people out there that have way more than $50,000. So the first $25,000 that they're taking off, that's going to be that'll be across the board. So that's roughly $250 a year. That is not for each one of those people. That is not going to be coming into the local budget. Okay. So we still have to have county maintenance. We still have to support the county hospital. We still have to support the school districts. We still have to support the sheriff. We still have to pay the tax assessor collector. We still have to pay for the utilities, for the street lights. We still have to pay for. We have to pay for all that. They have budgets. Giving people tax credits is not going to lower taxes, because the entities, the maintenance people, the hospital, the sheriff, the schools, they set a tax rate. They say, okay, we need this much money. This is how much taxable property there is. So this is how much the tax rate needs to be. So for everybody that gets a break like that, the other people that do not get the break, their taxes go up. The people that are getting this break, they think they're getting a break, but they're not, because now the tax rate on the rest of their property, unless literally, and it's most of the people that are pushing this through, that's all they're getting taxed on is about $20,000 to $25,000 worth of equipment. They're not going to be paying any taxes at all. So, 10,000 people that should be paying $250. It's and there's more things. There's several things that they're trying to push through, and it's going to take so much money out of the deal, and it's going to raise everybody else's tax rate so high that people are going to start moving out of those counties. It happens every time, and that's your local. I'm sorry. I know that everybody's like, well, taxation is no. There will be no taxation without representation. If you want, if if you want your budget to get bettered out at the water department, you don't have to quit letting them people that have been there for 30, 40 years stick around. They're Let them go somewhere else. Hire somebody cheaper. Hey, Chipper. T-Boy. Who else snuck in there? I had 7 folks. Probably missed somebody up here with my conversation. I guess so. Jimmy, go get my little friend Rob. He's in the bucket right over there. Smacked him in the head with a baseball bat or a T-ball bat. He wasn't a big snake. I didn't need a full-size baseball bat. It was too late last night. I killed him at 10:30 last night. I guess 10 or 10:30. I sure what about to stay up and skin him. He ain't gonna make a hat band, so. I got to be chickens. All the eggs hatched this time. I didn't think they was all going to hatch before they all hatched. I was like, okay, these are going to fail too. So I ran down to the chicken store and I bought some pullets, and then all the rest of them hatched. And I got a bucket of chickens in there like you wouldn't believe. Got 2 dozen or better chickens in the house right now. So I got to finish that tractor. Called it a truck the other day and people lost their shit. So I better call it a tractor. Damn internet Karens. Oh yeah. Whoo. Dude, you got a way better chunk of dirt than me, and your taxes are the same as mine. Actually, my taxes are higher than yours. And that's because these good old boys here keep getting out of taxes. And the thing about it is, they would just make the people pay taxes that owe taxes, we'd be better off. Anyhow, back to the topic. I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that America as we know it is a done deal? Do you think there's any coming back from this? And I'm not just the Trump deal. This indictment thing, that's not the major. That's it. That's the one that broke the camel's back. That's the straw. That's they've been using the popo politically for a really, really long time. When I lived in Lubbock, they used it. They used the legal system against political adversaries there in the 90s, early 90s. And I mean, they had to dig deep to pull that crap up. It wasn't really a criminal activity. It was a mistake, but the mistake could be construed as illegal. So anyway, a guy that did so much for that county got run the hell out of Dodge. And yeah. And I firmly believe that was all the evidence putting it on the small shrubberies was manufactured by the previous administration. The fact that there's so many progressive, libtard, socialist scum fucks out there. God, I hate those people that are trying to rebirth this conspiracy that the sitting president did that. It just reaffirms my belief that while not actively involved, there was stuff deliberately hidden. And I think they needed to kill the FBI a long time ago. They need to get rid of the FBI, the CIA, and the ATF. They just need to get rid of those. That was a really prompt response there. Let's see. Oh no, shoot. They're going to charge me money to have this cell phone again. They do that every damn month. I think if I paid it once, they'd leave me alone. Been trying to get a look at Sadie this morning and see if that thing actually got her or if it just grazed her foot. We actually didn't find the snake last night. The dog did. She would bark and she would turn around and she would look at us and then she would bark and she would turn and look at us. And we met the same thing, me and Liz at the same time. We're like, snake. And sure enough, by the time we found a flashlight, got over there was. The beat thing. I've used worms bigger than that thing. I don't know about all the. I don't know if they come out and start a bunch of riots and stuff this weekend and everything. If anybody tries to stop them, the people trying to stop it's going to be the ones getting arrested. They won't prosecute. That's one of the things is they passed laws about 5 or 6 years ago, that protected criminal. If a crime is reported and they stop somebody that resembles the person that committed the crime, and they find that those people have committed a crime, they cannot arrest that person for the crime that they committed because they did not stop them to ask them about the crime they committed, only the crime that was reported. So it's going to be really hard to prosecute if people do force the hands of some of these folks. It's going to be really hard to make it stick. I'm going to go get that little snake. I just can't get it out of my head now. Y'all ready? Here's the reveal. This is all there is to it. Oh, you can't. Y'all got it. I'm showing y'all his belly. Turn around. His face is covered with venom. That's not working. He will waddles. Let's see, his face is covered, just covered in denim. Definitely do not want to get that in hangnail. Now I got to figure out what to do with it. Who wants to go give me a trash can? What I got? I shall put it in this candle jar thing. I don't know if you can see. This is a pint jar. It's not gonna stay in there. Seriously, he was curled up in a ball smaller than the bottom of this jar. When I actually finally spotted him, you could hear his rattler, but yeah, man, it was, those are the ones that'll get you. Those right there, because big ones sound off. You're like, oh, hello, how's it going? And then you step back. Those they're barely audible at all. Well, it's not just that they preach do nothing and turn the other cheek. It's that we can't get away with what they get away with. We can't even get away with regular rallies because, we get sent to the house because, well, y'all will listen. We've got to stop listening. I agree with the one thing that it's time for us to stop being governable. We're supposed to govern ourselves. It's of the people, or by the people, or no, of the people, by the people, for the people. We govern ourselves. The end. So, yeah, we need to quit. We need to stop being so dadgum easy to get along with. If you don't think that there is a large group of people supporting the leftist agenda, socialism or communism, in your town, your small hamlet, go and look and see if there's any government housing. Everybody living in that government houses is going to vote left. That's where they make their money. Without the left, those places wouldn't exist. Well, without the plan to make it a one world communist society, those places wouldn't exist. Food stamps was a good thing. Welfare was a good thing, but it was mutated. It was not, there was not were not enough restrictions put on it in the beginning, and It's gotten now to where you can actually spend your entire life on government assistance and not ever have to hit a lick. And that's a problem. Yeah, the who gets put on the ballot thing, and that's, and y'all want to know my honest opinion about well, try to be careful about how I say this, because I'm not calling for violence, but I guarantee you that it's the media is where you would want to start. The end. You got to shut them up first. And we might be able to do that with lawsuits if enough people sue the piss. If we could time like every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there would just file some kind of lawsuit against the Lioness CNN, if they were spending so much time and money on lawyers, which they got plenty, so I would never work, but MSN, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, it does. I mean, all of them. Reuters, Washington Post. I mean, all of them. They need to be scared to lie. They need to be scared to print propaganda. And then, if we could just bring the truth back in media, we could crush this bullshit and never raise our voice. Hey, Ben out of Jake. Time for logic and not emotion. I don't know, Anna. It's being level-headed and logical has got us right here. We need to be passionate about what we're doing, even if we're doing it at the polls and at the stores and on the street corners. We need to be passionate. We don't need to, nobody knows what the quiet man standing on the corner is thinking. Man's going to get up. I just knew I had enough time to run this live stream. We still get out there and do this before the wind got up. That was stupid. Your foot ain't all swollen up, Sadie. I guess it didn't get you too bad. that wind bothering you? Is that wind that bothering you, Sadie? Or are you talking to me this morning? No? Okay. I don't talk to you either. And I don't know how you get into the system. But I don't know how you get in. I don't know how you get in there to take the system over now. We're not going to take over the media. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And that's the leg they use, because they're using our system of government against us, and the fact that they're using the media to convince everybody that what they're doing is for the best, when it's not. And that, they're using the media to convince everybody, and not just divide. Everybody's like, well, they're just using the media to divide us. No, we're doing that ourselves. And that's the only reason Fox exists, is so there can be somebody for go Fox team. All the supposedly, because Fox isn't conservative. Fox is more conservative than the conservatives in Great Britain. I used to have a lot of respect for Southern Democrats back in the day. I don't now. Because they're they've gone the way of all the others now. Because the young men in the 60s and 70s that were raised by Southern Democrats went to colleges and stuff, and they didn't come back Southern Democrat. A few of them did, but not so much anymore. We've got too much government. Too much law enforcement. Well, law enforcement is directed. There's too much of law enforcement that is being misdirected. Yeah. Well, if I could afford to drive to an IGA to do my grocery shopping, I would do that, Clifford. But that'd be an hour and a half one way to the closest IGA. Looked. So, doesn't matter what store you go into. They're all the clothing is made somewhere else. At least you can buy Tyson chicken and it was made in America. You can't even do that now. Yeah. Say Kentucky. Pennsylvania is a wreck. And Garza County puts Pocahontas, not Pocahontas. What's that other? Quanah Parker. Nick, the Indian, on every ballot. You can choose to throw your vote away. I just glanced over there and saw that jar with that freaking little snake in it and automatic adrenaline. Because I forgot it was there. I gotta take that to the dumpster. I ain't gonna allow it to do squat. I'm gonna fight it all the way to the end. It's who I am. The bear has knocked you down. It did not kill you. The bear is you're laying there half buried in leaves, and the bear is chewing on your toes. You just gonna lay there and let the bear work his way up? Or are you gonna try to find a sharp, pointy stick? I'm gonna try to find a sharp, pointy stick. Or I'm gonna stick my arm down his throat and grab his Adam's apple and try to choke him. I ain't said to lay there and let him eat me alive. You don't quit. You fight all the way. You fight till you're dead. Well, there's nothing we can do. I mean, do I think it's going to run its course? Yeah, probably. But by golly, they're not going to come out of it unscathed. Not if I have anything to say about it. I mean, the reason it's taken them so long is because people didn't just lay down. So, they closed the plant, Clifford. And I don't know about the digital currency. When they introduced debit cards in your banking at your bank, when they took away checks, which I mean, they're still technically you can write a check, but when you write a check at almost every big box store I know of, you write the check they get, and they literally give you the check back. Some of them take it and put it in whatever, but yeah. When I mean that's it. I mean they introduced digital currency when the credit card things, which was a really good way to make money for them, was y'all just practicing. And people are going into the 7-Eleven buying a candy bar and a soda and using their debit card. Who doesn't keep a 20? I mean, how many people in here guilty of doing that? Buying a soda and a pack of cigarettes using their debit card. Because I used my 20 the day before. I mean, We've been on digital currency for a long time. That's nothing new. They're just gonna do away with cash. Doing away with cash is gonna be the new part. So I don't know. Well, babe, where do you switch your banks to, Miko? Miko? I mean, how? Where? I don't know. They're all tied together. That First Republic everybody was worried about. We got branches of First Republic down here. I don't know what USCAD is. So you don't have any kind of little card you can use to pay at the store. What do you do? You go to the store, Tibor? I mean, I literally I don't know what USCAN is. A scan or none or everybody. I've not run into anybody that wouldn't take cash yet. It's a little tricky getting cash out of banks. It's weird how hard it is to get a cashier's check. Keep a hell of a lot more than $50 on me just in case. The what do you call it? I think Africa's been bought by China. We were outbid. Everybody was worried. Well, a lot of guys that stood to spend a lot of time in jail were too worried about some big open agricultural dependent country over there in Western Asia in or are they still your I don't know. Anyway, in which had signed on to become part of the people doing business with the ruble, which was going to mess up a whole lot of stuff for a lot of people laundering money. But anyway, everybody was all focused on that, and China went through and bought all Africa. So, wow, that's messed up. I don't know if I would shop at the places that charge. But they charge a fee for using your bank card. People don't realize that. Uh, the place you do business where you're buying this stuff That's figured into their prices. They know there's going to be a fee. They don't charge you for it at the place. It's just it's in your groceries. It's in your gasoline. It's in your, the price of your groceries, the price of your gasoline. It's just already figured in. And they actually really prefer it when you go in and buy $200 worth of stuff, because then the people that are only going in and buying a soda and a pack of chewing gum, that they're actually losing money on the sale, you're making it up, because there we go. There's it. Socialism stuff. You're paying for the guys. You're paying the fees for the guy who didn't want to keep a 20 in his pocket, or buy $10 worth of stuff or whatever. Anything under $5, any sale under $5 or under, convenience stores lose money on. And that's a good way to do it, Rob. Actually, that's the way we do. We do have a credit card and we do use it, but we use it, we pay for it. Yeah. Right, and the cost of that was $1,000 worth of credit card fees is in the drinks. It's how you got to do it. Early on in our marriage, we had way too many credit cards, actually, and we got in a bind. Thank you, Bill Clinton. And can't blame it all on him. Anyway, it got ugly fast when, the first month that we couldn't pay the credit card, it was bad, and it started getting worse after that. We had to eat, though. So, I guess we could have gone without electricity. That's our credit scores keep going up because we're doing, with the right now we're not going to be able to borrow anymore. We don't want to borrow anymore. Well, technically, debit cards are credit cards. They're secured credit cards. You're actually borrowing when you run your debit card. It's not always it's nuts, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh," but the bank's the one that told me this. Well, banker. It's a secured credit card. You could use it up until the point that you don't have any money left in there. It's a prepaid credit card. Your deposit in the bank is what they use to loan. So when you make a deposit into the bank, the bank doesn't just take your cash. If I go in there with $500 and put it in the bank, and the bank takes that $500, they don't just put it in the bank in the vault and hold on to it and go, that's Mr. Chanko $500. They don't do that. That's not how it works. They give it. They load it out. In fact, they probably loan out 3 or 4 people. It's like my little $500. Got 5 people borrowing $500. But my little $500 made whatever that is. Was it $2,500 worth of debt? So by depositing money in the bank, you support our economy. See what? Yeah, the way you deposit money in the bank is by earning money. So if you really want to support the economy, you go your ass out and you get a job or something. Our bank actually gives us a buffer that doesn't cost us any fees, as long as we rectify the situation within it's less than a week. They don't charge any fees, or the fees are figured into our account. We pay monthly fees. We don't do that. We keep a minimal balance, and as long as we have the minimal balance, which they're allowed to loan. If you have a fluctuating balance, it hurts the bank. But if they know, okay, these people, man, they always got this money in the bank, then yeah. So hold on. I gotta check the weather, because I may have to bail on y'all. Hey, Sasquatch, I am not trying to be ugly, I promise. But I got to know if it's fixing to blow me out of what I was trying to. Well, I can't let it blow me out of what I'm trying to do. It's right there, Wes. Right there. It told you that you had until 11 o'clock. Some bitch. Ooh. Wind's supposed to be 30 miles an hour in 30 minutes. It's supposed to stay 30 miles an hour until 5, well, until 2. And then it slows down to 25. And then it'll be back down to survivable right around 6 p.m. 7 p.m. Be nice after 8. Sun goes down, it gets real nice. Maybe I just work in the dark. Downside of spring, I guarantee you, the downside of spring is the wind. In this part of the world, anyway. Is it blowing up there yet, Rob? Yeah, there you go. It hasn't got to 30 yet here, but it's going to hit harder than hell. I don't have any choice, man. I got to get them chickens out of the house. I ain't gonna be able to make no excuses either. My wife knows I was up and ready to go. I was dressed when she left the house. But now I got started getting ready. I was fixing to do all kinds of stuff. And I got these little pockets right here, so you can take your phone, or you can play the YouTube. They just put your phone there upside down, the speaker right there, and you can be, oh, that sounds cool. And then you're like, what? And then it stops and you go and you look, oh, I don't know, let me see what them said. And then next thing you know, you're doing a live stream about the fact that I think we screwed. And we can't blame it on nobody else. We screwed this pooch ourselves. Too much of folding our hands and waiting for it to get better. Too much of that. So anyway. Feel free to do a video response to this live stream telling me what you think the country gonna be like. Matter of fact, I encourage video responses telling me, is the USA done? I think we need to go back to that. I had so many VRs on my channel to people asking questions and stuff on YouTube. People trying to start up conversations about stuff. We need to start that VR stuff again. That was fun. It was good for us. It was good for us. They got a lot of these people that are in this room. It got a lot of us. That's how all these groups got together, is communicating via video and stuff. I mean, it's good. We need to do that more. What? No, he ain't taking care of me. I don't even like chocolate chip ice cream. Peter said if he could have got me on that bus with some Rocky Road, but he ain't gonna do it with no damn chocolate chip. That chocolate it's too hard to eat, and when it's frozen up in the ice cream like that. I got on there for some Rocky Road. Rocky Road got caramel in it. I like caramel ice cream. Okay, I ain't no cheap whore. You can't get me. You can't get me with just no chocolate chip. He probably could have got me up there with Oreo Blizzard though. Or banana. Yeah, I'm on the bus for a banana split. I ain't gonna lie. This is a good banana split. Sonic, I hate Sonic. Sonic won't sell you a banana split for nothing. But you tell me you can't. You got everything you need to make a banana split in there. You can't just put a banana split in a tray and bring me a banana split. Just because we don't make banana splits here. Well, then pack your stuff and get out of Texas. Heard of such thing. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty good too. See, I might have got on the bus for that. Cricket, yeah, probably. Sasquatch, probably. Oh, I have to do something really, really good, and then I will drive to the Dairy Queen and I will get me a banana split. I said right there and eat it. That I like going in and getting bananas. I like to go get me a cup of strong coffee from this convenience store, and I like to go through the drive-through and get my banana split. Bear with me. And then I like to go to the park and I like to watch the ducks and eat my banana split and drink hot coffee. I ain't go out there and get that truck finished, tractor, whatever the hell it's called. So I pat myself on the back with a cup of coffee and banana split. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't need to move out of the city. You don't need to. But we made that decision 15 years ago, 16 years ago. Longer, actually. Hey, when we moved to Texarkana, we weren't in the city any longer than we had to be. It was 20-mile ride to town. So anyway, seriously, y'all people do some thinking and do more organized and literally correct versions of the video and stuff. But I really, this morning's been fun listening to YouTube. It's actually got me somewhere. And when people do the VRs and you go there and you watch the VR and you don't agree with what they're saying, be civil. Just because they don't drink the same color Kool-Aid as you doesn't mean they're your enemy. The people that are your enemy are the ones that are trying to get you to drink their Kool-Aid that's not going to let you leave the property. There's a difference. So anyway, I got to get out there and get started. Appreciate everybody stopping by, chatting with me. Y'all be good. Yeah, there's that. God bless y'all. Y'all are talking about something completely else now. Yeah. Love y'all. Y'all still out. Don't die. I have got to go get busy. I gotta go throw that snake in the dumpster. Love y'all.